Hello everybody, today I'm going to do another form comparison because people have asked for it and people like it apparently, and I like making them for science in this game. So once again, it's being Super Saiyan Blue being compared to another form, and this time it's Albino Namekian. This is what it looks like. It's like it makes the skin like white and it gives you green glowing eyes. So we're going to be comparing Super Saiyan Blue versus Albino Namekian. We're going to be doing the stat boost, the race that the forms belong to in case of any like special abilities or downsides. We're going to do key drain and key max, and that's about it really. Just key drain, key max, stat boost, and the race advantages and stuff. Alright, so first is stat boost because that's the most basic thing. Alright, it's a 480 boost. I'm pretty sure I already knew that. But basically, that's a big boost. That's almost 500. And that's pretty good. Super Saiyan Blue is a 400 boost, for example. So, yeah. Now, one thing to consider is that he is Prestige 2 level 800, basically 800, 2 levels away. I am Prestige 4 level 660, so his stats are definitely higher than mine already. His base form, we'll, we'll get to that in a second, but already his stats are higher. So, let me just summarize this. So, Albino wins the stat boost, sort of thing. Next up is key drain. So first, I'm gonna show his stats in base compared to my stats in base as well. So you can clearly see that his are much higher than mine because the Namekians are very OP. His his key max is 790, mine's 781. So again, our key max is basically the same, so it'll be fair. I'm gonna ask him to get out equip Spirit Bomb Sword. While he's doing that, these are his stats in Albino. So very, very good. Those are on par with Super Saiyan 4 stats, and that's sort of scary. All right. So there we go. We're testing the key max first. I'm gonna do the same thing that he did. All right. So you guys might remember from a different video, the God Human one and other ones, that Super Saiyan Blue has a pretty good key max. It took, looking back at the screenshot, it took less than 3 EXP bars. But Albino Namekian took about 2.5. So it looks like Albino Namekian has a key max advantage. It's very slight, very subtle. We're gonna see if we get the same result again. Yep, the same exact. Now keep in mind he has 9 more key max than me, which isn't gonna make much of a difference at all. So the 9 key max isn't gonna give him half a bar of key over me, or half a EXP bar, which is what I use to compare. Like, I'll go into better detail. You see this EXP bar right here, these 3. The key taken from the Spirit Bomb sword is 2.5 EXP bars, but on here it's 3. So that's how you know. Hey Tuxic, don't unmute your mic. Do you hear me? You can say in Roblox. Okay. So, do you know how these key drain tests work? We're gonna run around, and when I tell you to, yeah. Okay, good. Okay, good. So start like running in a small circle here. Do you have a key drain right now? Like, just confirm that your key drain is working. All right. So just run around like this. Just start like right now. As soon as I heal, I'm gonna wait a few seconds and I'm gonna tell you when to screenshot. So now, all right. Now just get your reaction time ready. Be ready to press your print screen button on your keyboard or whatever. I usually wait until I hit 1 EXP bar gone. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's pretty much the easiest way. So we're halfway through now. You can hear my keyboard moving, or me moving around. Alright, get ready. Screenshot. Alright, now send me the screenshot, and I'll do the same for you. So, as you see, from that 1 minute, about a little more than the EXP bar. And with Tuxic, it was about the same. So I'm going to mute again, so because it's not necessary for you to be hearing me while I'm recording anymore. Thank you for the good screenshot. Okay, so now we can see that it's about the same, but from looking at it, Super Saiyan Blue has a slight advantage. So, in terms of key control, for key drain and key max, I think it's a tie. So, that's the drain out of the way. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm providing the facts for you and then my opinion on it. You can believe whatever you want. Just make sure your opinion is backed up by the facts that I'm providing. So now, like I said, I'm going to go over each race. So Saiyan versus Namekian. Saiyans have no special abilities. They don't get stats from anybody, any NPCs. They are basically one of the worst races if it weren't for their forms. Now their forms have good stat boost, but in return their base form is the worst. A Saiyan at level 600 non-prestige will have 200 stats into everything without any points put in. A Namekian at the same level will have 300. So that's just an example. The Namekian base stats is better. They get a stat into they get a skill point into every stat every 2 levels. Saiyans get it every 3 levels. So the Saiyan stats are a lot worse than base. Namekians also have regen, which is a big advantage for them. Regen is very OP. So we're going to take him to about half. There. Now watch how much HP it gives back. Almost all of it. That's about a 40% boost. So that's a very OP thing that they can do. And insta form as well. Thank you for showing. That's how OP Namekians are. Saiyans for Super Saiyan Blue do have one ability, and that's that they can go Kaioken. I'd say I just mentioned this in every video. They can go Kaioken in mid fight. Watch how much ki this takes. So 1.5 bars compared to 3 bars earlier. That is a big difference. That's double the ki max. So Blue Kaioken, I consider it an ability for Saiyans. Like, they have their regen, we have our Blue Kaioken. If you use Super Saiyan Blue, that is. If you use Super Saiyan Rose, then you can't get Kaioken. So quick recap on everything. Stats advantage definitely goes to Namekian. 480 boost, Albino Namekian, 2% boost, and 400 boost. Now, Ki Max and Ki Drain are very different from each other, but they're in the same category. So Ki Max is the advantage of Ki Max goes to Albino Namekians very slightly, and the advantage to Ki Drain goes to Super Saiyan Blue. So the Saiyans. So that's about even. And race abilities, the Namekians have regen, which is definitely a big advantage, and they have their higher stats. Therefore, the winner of this test, I'm going to say, is Albino Namekian slightly. Super Saiyan Blue isn't completely overshadowed by it. However, the stat difference between my Super Saiyan Blue stats, which I'm gonna screenshot and send now into Discord so we can look at them better, versus his albino stats right here. That's about almost 700 everything. 850 melee. His melee is 1300 and 1000 almost everything. So stat difference definitely goes to Albino Namekian, and Albino Namekian is definitely a better transformation than Super Saiyan Blue. There's one thing to consider though, and that's his level, and the fact that Namekians gain stats faster. He is about 138 levels higher than me, if my math is correct, which is probably not. I'm kidding, that's correct. 138 levels is about 70 stat points into everything, so keep that in mind. And I don't know what level he prestige got, so we're just gonna throw that. I'm just gonna throw that out there. His level. It's not a big difference though. So yes, definitely without a doubt, Albino Namekian is better than Super Saiyan Blue. No, that doesn't mean that Saiyans are completely trash, which they are, actually, but Mastered Super Saiyan Blue is definitely a better contender, or Super Saiyan 4. So that's it, test done, conclusion made, Albino is definitely better. Thank you for watching, I hope this taught you something, and have a good night, or day.